Hi guys, I'm Amy. I felt guided to come on and do a reading for the Divine Masculine Collective. So I'm going to start with the Wildwood Tarot. So Spirit, what is it this Masculine Collective needs to see and hear today regarding their journey? Does this Masculine Collective need to see and hear today, Spirit? Anything else, Spirit? Thank you. Okay, so we start with the Ten of Stones, home. Okay, the Ten of Stones is on page 139. That number could be relevant for you. The inner and outer community that sustains and supports the individual, not necessarily blood family, but the trusted friends, comrades, and lovers who offer security and affection. Okay, so that's who that represents. You may have a lot of trusted people in your energy right now. Next, we have the Moon on Water, number 18. Okay, and that's 18 in the Major Arcana. And this is on pages 72 and 73. These numbers could be relevant for you. Thank you. Okay, so in the image of the Moon on Water, there's no visible pathway for the traveler, and yet its reflective light illuminates the whole landscape. We stand at the edge of the watery marsh, representing the primordial emotional state that holds all potential and creative energy within the human psyche, and are drawn to the horizon where the moon meets Earth beyond the barren trees. Beyond the flight of the sacred heron lies the fusion of our ancestral soul with the soul of the earth. Before us is the primal egg, submerged in the amniotic fluid of the world, waiting for the creative impulse that begins the process of life. The aurochs horns represent fertility as well as the horns of the waxing and waning moon. The shape of the horns and head resemble the womb and fallopian tubes. In Mithraic and Druidic tradition, the hull or ox also had a sacrificial role at midwinter, representing the coming of new life from the death of winter. The heron is a sacred totem bird of fertility and is also known in Ireland as, I can't read that, meaning the Sheila of the Boglins, a euphemism for a promiscuous woman. Although in the form of a stork, the bird takes over the mysteries of reincarnation, offering powerful insights into the mysteries of life itself. The Moon on Water signifies the first steps beyond earthly awareness across the primal emotional void of creation. She also encompasses the dark moon aspects of fertility, sexuality, and initiation, as well as the irrational fear of the creatures that are associated with the night, such as fairies and demons and other hidden or unseen shapes of ancestral memory. Next, we have the Two of Stones, which is about challenge. Okay, this is on page 131. That number could be relevant for you. Female hares box for domination and territorial rights to breed. After drawing on your grounded energy to reach self-empowerment, A position may be challenged or a struggle for control initiated by others. Learning to deal with rivalry or adversity in a dispassionate manner is a practical skill that can be used to advantage. Okay, so someone's going to try getting under your skin, but the goal is to stay calm and not let them. Next, we have number 8 in the major arcana, the stag. And this is on pages 52 and 53. Those numbers could be relevant for you. The concepts of forgiveness and reward are not appropriate here. They are human ideas which have no reality in natural lore. One reaps what one has sown. Just as right or generous action brings fulfillment and peace, greed and vengeful desire brings bitter loneliness and disillusion. Balance will be maintained by the planet's ecosystem. The justice it dispenses is long-lasting, and it is both merciful and irrevocable in its final conclusion. We are guests of the earth, not its masters. And like ill-mannered children at a banquet offered freely by a generous and forgiving host, we have behaved badly and are in danger of spoiling the gathering for everyone else. Our thoughtless greed and selfishness have seriously disturbed the ecosystem. The fine balance and interdependent connection between nature and humans is pivotal. If the balance is disturbed by any inappropriate or thoughtless action, there will surely be a natural reaction and the balance will have to be reset. On an individual level, this may involve haunting guilt over a wrong action or a subconscious feeling of bitterness because of an unfair situation. It signifies the karmic wheel of justice that rules our basic concepts of right and wrong and the inescapable faith that justice will always be done. On a global level, it may mean that the thoughtless tape of the rainforest will one day severely affect the weather patterns, and the polluted seas will one day produce poisoned fish that will be inedible. One day, in the not-too-distant future, our host, the Earth, may have no option but to give notice that the pendulum of justice has swung away from us, and we will no longer be welcome at the banquet. But on an individual level, and as a civilization, we are responsible for our actions and must be aware of their consequences. Okay, and then the final one that came out of that deck is the King of Vessels, the Heron. Okay, this is on page 111. That number could be relevant for you. A deep belief in fairness, honesty, and honor colors everything you do. The profound depths of your character, once stirred into action, carry all before it. However, your admiration of self-control can sometimes make you appear too rigid. Okay, so try to be careful that you're not being too rigid. Sometimes you have to learn to be a little flexible, right? Because change is a natural part of life. It's always going to happen. And now I want to pull from the Wild Unknown Tarot. So what else does this masculine collective need to see in here at this time? Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so we're going to start with the Fool. The Fool is the very first card in the major arcana. Usually it is number 0 in most decks. And this is on page 165. Spontaneity and innocence. The fool is ready to fly. His young wings ache for flight, and with a single step, he leaves behind the comfort of the nest to begin his journey through the major arcana. Is he ready? Will he fall? This is a card about beginnings. It points to the side of you that is spontaneous, excited, naive, and inexperienced. Others may doubt your ability. Be ready to be called the fool. Be ready to fall. No matter what people say about you, this is your journey and it's already begun. Okay, and then we have the 7 of Pentacles. Okay, and the 7 of Pentacles. Come on, book. Is on page 147. This number could be relevant for you. Period of contemplation. A curious card, the 7 of Pentacles shows a period of contemplation and uncertainty. You're looking back at all of your hard work and wondering if it has been a failure or a success. You can't seem to decide. Shouldn't you be reaping more rewards by now? Maybe so, but the mind has control over perception. It's possible your rewards are waiting for you to recognize them. They are not always monetary. And then we have death that came up. Okay, and death is number 13 in the major arcana. Okay, this is on page 171. Nope, 191. Closure and transformation. No one loves the sight of the death card in a reading. We spend most of our lives denying death altogether. So when this card appears, it's easy to get frightened or think it's bad. Don't let the drama distract you from the message. Something in your life needs to end. It needs closure. This will happen voluntarily or involuntarily. Either way, you will feel a positive transformation begin after the initial forms of suffering have passed. And then the final message for this masculine collective today, Spirit. Final message. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so we have Ohagaro Batari, nothing but black and teeth woman, self-love, acceptance, and worth. This is on page 105. That number could be relevant for you. Okay, it says love yourself. Dressed in a gorgeous wedding kimono, a woman bows her head in prayer at a shrine. A man passes by and catcalls. The Olagaru Batari turns, revealing a featureless face except for her wide-open mouth full of completely blackened teeth, and she is cackling. Jayao is a Japanese word that encompasses self-care, self-acceptance, self-respect, and self-compassion. In old Japan, blackening one's teeth was considered beautiful. You might consider adopting the Ahagaro Batari's mindset. Who cares what anyone else thinks? Honor your own unique self, embracing both your strengths and your imperfections with compassion. Trust yourself to what makes you feel cared for. A quiet moment with tea and your favorite book, or learning a new skill like calligraphy or yoga. Reflection: what daily ritual can you create that will bring you genuine joy? Okay, so I'm going to leave this reading here. I thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day.